the turnovers to a minimum.
That's right. UConn's on a very positive roll. They've won their last 7 games, and they do it with intense three-quarter court pressure, 2-2-1. St. John's will have to handle that in this game, and a key guy will be Tariq Turner's ability to handle that pressure at the point for St. John's, limit turnovers in this game, and try to get the ball to people like Lopez and Hamilton up the floor. Good passing, good execution, essential in this game on the road at UConn.
And as far as the Huskies are concerned, they have been led in scoring this year by sophomore guard Rashamel Jones.
That's right. He's the leading scorer, just a sophomore. He's been shooting the ball very well, letting the game come to him. He's the best three-point shooter on this UConn team. Against the St. John's man-to-man, they have to recognize him and get to him because Ricky Moore knows how to find Rashamel Jones in the open court.
Well, a sold-out crowd here at Gamble, where the Huskies have lost only 6 games in 8 years. We'll have the lineups for you when we return. The Big East telecast is brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me.
I just adore a penthouse view. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
The chores,
The stores.
fresh air.
Times Square.
Ford Explorer. It's at home anywhere.
ESPN, the leader in sports broadcasting, presents the Total Sports Video Library, featuring over 80 action-packed titles, including the greatest moments in sports history, informative how-to videos from renowned experts, and the funniest bloopers ever made. Whatever your sport, ESPN Home Video has got what you need. To order, call 1-800-717-ESPN.
Last year, for the first time in history, winter storms stopped everything cold. Corporate America, the United States Post Office, even our government. Everything that is except Da Vinci's Pizzeria.
This is crazy.
Which had enough sense to drive the unstoppable legendary Jeep Grand Cherokee. And with package values like these, you should too. After all, history has a way of repeating itself.
What a loud tip.
See your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Introducing the New York Rangers credit card from American Express. To apply, call toll-free 1-888-NY-HOCKEY. There's no annual fee and benefits as big as the garden. Like this low introductory rate for purchases when you pay your bill over time. A free team gift just for using the card. Discounts at the Garden on dining and Rangers merchandise. You could even win a dream prize, like a day of golf with a Ranger. So call 1-888-NY-HOCKEY now and apply for your Rangers credit card from American Express. And to test drive a Zamboni, see your local dealer. American Express helps Rangers fans do more.
Kenny Albert, Ron Perry back at Gampel Pavilion. The University of Connecticut has won their last 7 meetings with St. John's, defeating the Red Storm twice last season. Connecticut with a record of 10-2. They have won their last 7 games. And for St. John's, Zendon Hamilton, their high scorer this season, averaging just over 16 points per game. The Red Storm 6-5, coming off Saturday's victory over Pittsburgh at Madison Square Garden. Transfer Schiller in his first season after 4 years at Manhattan College. And for the Connecticut Huskies, the man in the middle, the freshman out of Katy, Texas, Jake Voskuhl. And a tough matchup today for Voskuhl against Zendon Hamilton. Jim Calhoun, his 11th season at UConn, and the fans run, as always, here at Gamble on their feet as we get started.
They'll stay on their feet until the Huskies are able to get their first basket.
The officials here tonight, Jim Bird, Ted Valentine, and Mike Foote. For Connecticut. Ricky Moore along with Roshamel Jones in the backcourt. Kurt King up front with Richard Hamilton and Jake Voskuhl.
St. John's will play man-to-man throughout this game. Fran Fraschilla said, forget the zone, we're going all man, let's get the fundamentals together, and the kids are playing very hard defensively.
Richard Hamilton doesn't get the roll, and the rebound pops into the hands of Tariq Turner.
St. John's would really like to control the tempo if they can in this game, get a half-court game going, make some shots early, and try to get the lead to establish some tempo.
Well, Hamilton stepped down the baseline, so we talked about turnovers in the open, and St. John's on their first possession turns the ball over.
St. John's will see a lot of pressure in this game. One thing they don't want to do like that is have unforced errors in this ball game.
This is Hamilton guarded by LeVar Postel, the freshman. Voskuhl can't find anyone. Moore watched by Turner. Richard Hamilton from three. Turner to the floor. Voskuhl able to work it free. Here's Moore.
A lot of credit there to Voskuhl, the freshman. We showed him early. Hit the floor on that one, enabling Ricky Moore to get that shot and get the Huskies on the board and the fans in their seats.
2-0 lead for Connecticut. Now the steal by Jones.
Is that pressure we talked about, and the key for UConn and Jim Calhoun's team are their ability to convert after they are able to steal it.
Lopez rejected by King.
Beautiful rejection that time. St. John's had an opening, but King to get that out of here.
3 trips down floor for St. John's, 2 turnovers, and the block shot. Hamilton.
Had a good lane on that one. He just couldn't kiss it home.
Here's Lopez. Down low, this is Zindon Hamilton. And it's rebounded by Voskuhl.
Well, this is the kind of pace that UConn would like. A little up and down action.
Roshamel Jones from 3. Connecticut leads 7-0.
Well, you got to settle it down if you're St. John's. Don't get in a road race here. Get good shots. Settle this thing down. Connecticut would love to get some running going.
Remember, St. John's fell behind on Saturday against Pitt 18-4, and they came back to win that game. They trail here 7-0.
Don't want to do that on the road. This place can really rock at home for UConn.
Hamilton and Voskuhl battling for the rebound, and the foul is called on Voskuhl, his first.
It's a nice job by St. John's this time. They didn't have the numbers. Lopez had backed it out before taking this tough runner, but good rebounding, which has been a St. John's strength, will be a key to keep them in this ball game.
20-second timeout called by the Red Storm. And Fran Fraschilla told us before the game, turnovers have been a problem. In fact, they have turned the ball over more than their opponents in all 11 games so far this season.
Well, he said from an intensity standpoint, we've played good defense, holding people under 40% shooting. We've rebounded the basketball well. However, the turnovers have really been hurting us.
As we mentioned, Connecticut won both meetings last year. 88-73 in Hartford, 77-63 at Madison Square Garden. Kevin Freeman has checked in for Connecticut, the freshman, as Charles Binland finally gets the Red Storm on the board with their first points nearly 3 minutes in.
Connecticut in the half-court set at times this year will go into some offensive lulls. They get so much off of their defense. Important for St. John's to convert and play solid half-court defense.
Shot clock down to 12. This is Freeman, guarded by Midland. Works his way inside. And the rebound knocked out by the Huskies, so it will be St. John's basketball.
Voskuhl may have gotten away with one there, climbing over Zindon Hamilton's back. But again, the ball going out, the 2-2-1 press. St. John's, I think if they have numbers, they'll go with it, try to penetrate. If not, they'll look to Turner, who's key in this game, to set up the St. John's offense.
And this is Turner, guarded by Ricky Moore.
Huskies man-to-man right now. I think he walked on that one. Another turnover, Kenny.
Third St. John's turnover in the first 3.5 minutes. The Huskies have not turned the ball over, but they have not shot well. Only 3 for their first 8. They lead it by the score of 7-2. Connecticut 8-0 at home this season. They've only lost 6 games here at their on-campus arena, Gamble Pavilion, in 8 years.
Very tough. They've added a few thousand seats here, and the fans really get into it. If St. John's can keep the pace slower, make some shots, they might be able to neutralize the crowd a bit.
Offensive foul is called on Bosco, his second.
Well, Jim Calhoun will shuffle a couple of people in the middle as King comes back in, and we'll see some of Antrick Klaber down low in this game as well.
So Bosco sits down with 2 early fouls. We've played only 4 minutes. Now the long lead pass intended for Midland. Freeman stepped in front. That is 4 St. John's turnovers.
Just too much distance on that diagonal pass.
Deflected off Hamilton's leg. Timeout on the floor with 4:14 gone. Jim Calhoun's Huskies leading it 7-2.
The UConn Division of Athletics would like to welcome all.
Deadly, powerful, unforgiving. Now, for the first time, King World Direct and the Learning Channel bring you 2 of the most earth-shattering videos, Hurricane and Tornado, available only through this special television offer. You'll see the most violent natural disasters on Earth. Experience the force of nature's fury. Watch people run for their lives from the terror of the storm. These riveting programs will keep you on the edge of your seat. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call this toll-free number now to get Hurricane and Tornado for only $19.95. Order now with your credit card and you'll also receive Lightning absolutely free. That's right. All 3 heart-pounding programs are yours for only $19.95. So call now.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-936-5588. That's 1-800-936-5588. Or send your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call now.
She knew where she was headed, and it wasn't to a bigger office with longer hours, where you phone home good nights to your kids. She has her own business now, and along the way found a broker who kept her focused on where she was going. She gave up the big office and a view, but what she's seeing is her kids growing up. How'd she get there?
More research, insight, understanding. Payne Weber. Invest with more intelligence.
Welcome back to Gamble Pavilion. Kenny Albert with Ron Perry, where the Huskies have taken the early lead.
Very important, St. John's ability to handle pressure. That time they handle it, but one thing about UConn is they stay with that pressure for 94 feet. Kevin Freeman able to get the steal on Zendon Hamilton's pass. You need to penetrate and make that a shorter bounce pass.
Hamilton has headed to the bench for St. John's, replaced by the sophomore from Brooklyn, Tyrone Grant. So the first substitution of the game by Fran Priscilla.
But Lopez really getting out after Rashmel Jones. He got a couple of quick baskets. He's trying to deny him the basketball.
Deflects out off the right hand of Ricky Moore. The errant pass from Freeman. .445 gone by in this first half. A 7-2 lead for Connecticut.
That was the area that Connecticut likes to trap that time. However, able to get out of St. John's. You want to attack against the middle and try to penetrate if you can against the UConn pressure.
12 on the shot clock. Lopez looks to gain a step on Jones. Now finds the cutting Turner.
That's a nice backdoor cut right there. Lopez not forcing any of the action, and Turner with a good cut to the goal.
Richard Hamilton driving baseline. He was bottled up.
Good defense by the Red Storm.
Turner regains control and slows things down. St. John's trailing by 3. 5.5 gone by in this first half. Turner watched by Moore. This is the freshman Postel out to Midland.
Huskies man-to-man. They need Lopez to get out of the blocks in this game. Hamilton on the bench right now, so Lopez should be the guy.
An offensive foul is called. Charles Midland called for the personal.
You see a lot of that. Ever since the officiating went to 3 refs, they do a good job to see that weak side away from the ball action. Too much elbowing and leaning, you're going to get called for it.
Monquencio, Hardnett, and Dion Carson have checked in for Connecticut. Jim Calhoun goes to the bench early, and Colin Charles, the freshman out of Toronto, Canada, replaces Tariq Turner for St. John's.
People are saying, and I agree, probably one of the best crops of young players to come into the league for a while. This is a young league right now. Near steal, huh?
Yet Jones able to hit.
That's the risk when you go for it. You've got to come up with ball.
Lopez quickly on the other end.
Well, the good news for Felipe is he was already almost all the way down the court after the near steal.
Hardnett way off from 3. Hardnett coming off a career-high 12 points against West Virginia on Saturday. Tyrone Grant from 3.
That's a plus. Fran Fraschilla saying we may look for a handful of those in the game, and if we do, they'll be high percentage ones with openings.
And that was the first 3-point field goal this season hit by Tyrone Grant. Hardnett bottled up. Tried to do it 1-on-3. Charles. And it's rebounded by Freeman.
Now Charles that time really didn't have the numbers of the rebounding position to take that particular shot. A little quick. Boy, he is fast though in the open court.
Tied at 9. Connecticut led 7-0 early on, but the Red Storm have gone on a 9-2 run and have tied things up with 7 minutes gone. Now a fourth foul is called on Grant. His first as Zendon Hamilton and Tariq Turner check back in for St. John's, and Ricky Moore will replace Rochmel Jones for UConn.
That's what you call for St. John's. Keeping their poise early in this game. When you fall behind on the road, settling down, playing some good defense, getting right back into the game, making it a tight contest.
St. John's substitution back in the lineup.
Dion Carson guarded by Tariq Turner. King throws it out to Moore. 3-point attempt. He's got it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim Calhoun would love to see Ricky Moore step in and take more jump shots to open up his passing game that much more.
Well, Ricky Moore has been plagued by a hand injury. Now the steal. Here's Freeman. Pulls out, watched by Postel. 12-9 lead for the Huskies. King makes it 14-9.
Kirk King, a high percentage shooter, does most of it in low, but he's got a nice touch. He can bring the big people out.
Grant could not control. He stepped out of bounds. Another St. John's turnover. That is 7 over the first 7 minutes, 45 seconds. Yet they only trail by 5.
Well, one of the things about UConn is they generate so much off of this press. They're relentless with it. There's another turnover, and they will get offensive spurts as a result. Fran Fraschilla hoping to minimize those turnovers, but St. John's with too many so far.
Connecticut substitution entering the lineup, number 22, Kleber, replacing Kevin Freeman.
And Hamilton back in the St. John's lineup. Andrew Kleber has come on for Connecticut. And that is turnover number 5 by the Huskies.
The Q trying to get a little bit too much done that time by himself.
And he will be replaced. Richard Hamilton checks back in, so Hardnett turns the ball over and then takes a seat.
Yeah, Jim Calhoun wants to see a pass and a cut there. Some motion rather than the one-on-one effort.
Now the steal by King.
Cross-court pass. Who's it going to get taken?
Kirk King, double team, throws it back out. Carson able to control. Here's Kleber.
Accidental offense, but we're seeing Jim Calhoun with the UConn depth a factor early in this game.
7 consecutive points now for the Huskies. They lead 16-9. We were tied at 9 moments ago. Hamilton bottled up, and the foul is called underneath. It's on Kirk King, his first.
It's a good job by Zendon Hamilton here to try to stem the tide a bit. He's got a lot of white jerseys around him, but he gets it to the goal. A lot of times, big man, you can get yourself to the foul line, slow things down, try to regroup for your club.
Well, Ron, it's taken 8.5 minutes, but we finally have our first free throw attempts of the evening.
Seen some jump shots early. We've seen teams getting it to the basket, but not a lot of physical play to warrant the free throws.
Hamilton, a 70% free throw shooter. His first point of the night, coming off a 19.6 rebound effort against Pittsburgh.
for St. John's to win this game. Hamilton and Lopez have got to come up big, and the Red Storm have got to start taking better care of the basketball.
Timeout on the floor, 11:23 remaining. First half, Connecticut ahead by 5.
What tough is? It's the wide open spaces of the world's only standard third door. What tough does? What tough is? It's the biggest box and the highest maximum V8 payload. What tough does? Tough is what tough does. The new Ford F-150, Motor Trend Truck of the Year, built Ford Tough.
Presenting the 40th winner of $1,000 a week for life, Clement Bedard of West Shazy, New York. And he won at Pete's Country Store, where past Win for Life winners gathered to celebrate this momentous occasion with him. They cheered him. They congratulated him.
Welcome to the club. Thank you. Women are going to fall all over you.
And they advised him.
Do yoga.
Hey, Clement, you saying we'll keep paying.
See you at the 50th.
Thank you. I've just had this most extraordinary phone call from Delta Airlines. It seemed to have this intrepid team of meteorologists who spotted a weather problem ahead on my next flight. So they moved things around and then actually rang me up with a reroute. Now, instead of sitting and circling, I'll continue whining and dining and still stick to my schedule. Civilized, wouldn't you say? Cheers.
Kenny Albert, Ron Perry in stores with the Huskies on top by the score of 16-11.
One of the main reasons has been the pressure in these lob passes across the court. King with excellent anticipation. Not the formula Fran Fraschilla wants. He wants to get it to the middle, try to attack. Connecticut has made St. John's pay the price. This was accidental offense this time, but eventually Kleber did score.
And Connecticut leads by the score of 16-11. Ricky Moore, Rochbell Jones in the backcourt. Hamilton, King, and Kleber up front. Hamilton looks to gain a step on Turner off balance. King on the offensive boards. Now Kleber.
The good-sized lineup out there right now for UConn, paying dividends with Kleber and the finish.
Second field goal for the sophomore Kleber. He has already eclipsed his season average as Colin Charles brings him to the front court for St. John's. Guarded by Ricky Moore. Charles and Turner both in right now.
Trying to get extra handlers against this pressure. A little adjustment by Fran Fraschilla. A little too fancy there. Just get the ball done. Try to penetrate.
Midland with 6 on the shot clock is called for steps.
Forced that one. The action just wasn't there. Kick it out and keep moving without the basketball.
Charles Midland played his high school ball about 40 minutes from here at St. Thomas More in Oakdale, Connecticut.
St. John's substitution.
LeVar Postel checks back in, replacing Turi Turner.
Postel, another good-looking young freshman. Fraschilla very high on him.
Says he's already the team leader as a freshman.
That's saying a lot because you're looking for some other people to follow a guy and says he's got those abilities.
Richard Hamilton was able to work his way away from Postel, but could not hit. Huskies shooting 50%, 8 of 16. But Hamilton is 0 for 5.
He's playing very well, too. We talked about him at the beginning. A freshman, he can get it going, very active. Not off to a good start, though, in this game.
Now the alley-oop attempt. And the foul is called. Zendon Hamilton took the pass from Postel and was fouled by King, his second.
Now that's a set play by St. John's. They set Hamilton up with some screening action around the foul line. Try the alley-oop, but again, Hamilton able to get himself to the line with the strong post move.
Jake Foskel checks back in, along with Kevin Freeman. Andrew Kleber and Kirk King is down, King with 2 personal fouls.
What a year Hamilton had a year ago, averaging in double figures at better than 20 points and better than 10 rebounds, a double-double. just outstanding. And again, his numbers this year are solid. They need him to come up big to win some of these Big East ball games.
Hamilton has hit his first 3 free throws tonight, despite the interference from fans behind the basket.
Always a fun thing on the road when you've got that action, and very quiet when the home team shoots for some reason. Here's some pressure.
And a 20-second timeout is called by the Huskies with Jones trapped in the backcourt. A 5-point lead for Connecticut with 9.5 remaining in this first half.
Well, I think we're going to see some of this from St. John's. Good trapping action that caught UConn by surprise. They were able to call the 20-second timeout. Probably wouldn't have gotten it over midcourt within the 10 seconds. Their last loss, UConn, against Pitt. A lot of turnovers in that game. Look for UConn to see some more of that with St. John's freshman.
Pitt, the only common opponent both of these teams have played. The Panthers defeated Connecticut by 7 and lost to St. John's by 11.
It's interesting. We're seeing a lot of this kind of action this year. Oh, nice pick.
A steal by Postel, driving on Richard Hamilton.
Oh, count that one, huh? Well, I think he just flipped that ball up there knowing that there was contact, but that really fires his teammates up, shooting that one with his back to the backboard.
Now you know why Fran Fraschilla loves LeVar Postel.
The thing he really loves. Look at the way he digs in defensively. But I'll tell you what, this is one of these things. Whistle, yep, get the shot up there. A little, not quite all the way to the 360, but he let that one go probably at about the 180, maybe 270 area. Nice finish, fired his teammates up.
And Postel completes the three-point play, pulling St. John's within 2. Pressure in the backcourt, and a foul is called on Midland. Well, Fran Fraschilla, Ron, said his New Year's resolution was to keep his coat on as long as possible after the opening tip, but he'll have to make another resolution prior to 1998 because it's not happening.
I actually saw the tip go by him, the opening tip in the post game right off, so he kept it on at least through the tip. See if he can do better than that next game.
His team trails by 2, 18-16. With 9 minutes remaining in this first half from Campbell Pavilion. And Postel a bit over-aggressive as he fouls Hamilton.
Did everything right there. Good half-court defense by St. John's. Just too much leaning by Postel, but excellent hustle.
Now, what a job Postel has done against just a couple. Thomas of Villanova, Matt Harpring of Georgia Tech. On the defensive end, he has been tremendous as a freshman.
Faced up against Jason Mail in the Pitt game recently, so he's getting some tough defensive assignments. Right now, trying to get a job done on Richard Henson, and he has not hit from the field yet in this game.
Now, Bosco sets the pick, allowing Hamilton to get the shot off, still unable to hit. Rebounded by Freeman. Again, slows things down.
Jim Calhoun very high on Freeman, another freshman. So again, in this game, we're seeing a handful of the good, very good newcomers to the league this year.
Well, the Huskies starting lineup, 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and King, the lone senior. Here's one of the freshmen, Bosco. Beautiful pass to Hardnett, but he couldn't hit. St. John's with an opportunity to tie the score or take the lead as Midland hits from 3, and the Red Storm have got on top by a point.
They've done it with some good defense, slowing UConn down.
On the other end, Rochamel Jones did not get the roll, and it will be Huskies basketball. Timeout called with just under 8 minutes remaining. St. John's up by 1. You're watching Big East basketball on Creative Sports.
It's back, and it's better than ever. Suzuki is offering 6 years of protection free on any new outboard motor purchased between January 1st and March 31st. Get Suzuki's standard 3-year limited warranty, plus Suzuki's optional 3-year extended protection plan. Absolutely free. That's 6 years of protection, a value worth up to $850, and right now, it's free. Don't miss this great offer on a new Suzuki outboard. See your participating Suzuki dealer today and say, "Gimme 6."
At 2 a.m. Sunday, a Chase service representative was available to help Dr. Troy Hamlin transfer the money to cover his student loan payment. 24-hour phone banking, one of 7 ways to connect with us. And another way, you're worth more at our bank. Chase, because the right relationship is everything.
I picked up the cake.
Did I authorize that? Sort of.
At GHI, we've been helping employers take good care of their employees for almost 60 years. We give employees direct access to doctors and hospitals throughout New York State. And we give employers a reasonable price tag for it all.
What are you having, a boy or a girl?
A boy and a girl.
GHI, we put the care back in healthcare.
Back in the Gamble Pavilion on the campus of the University of Connecticut, St. John's getting the job done from long range.
Well, they've made a couple of nice three-point shots in this game. Minland and Tyrone Grant earlier. That one, a nice shot by Minland, putting St. John's back up, and they've hung tough to have a good run.
The Red Storm went on a 9-2 run earlier. This run 7-0. And the Red Storm 2 for 2 from three-point land. They came into this game last in the Big East, shooting only 25% from 3.
They've been opportunistic with the opportunities in this game, making a couple, and they've been high percentage ones.
St. John's leading by a point. The Huskies have won 52 of their last 53 games at home as Moore hits from 3. Ricky Moore giving the Huskies a 2-point lead.
Ricky Moore, not known for his outside shooting, his penetrating ability. He's hitting them tonight.
Moore's second three-point field goal of the game. Turner escapes pressure. Here's Lopez from 3. Hamilton having a tough night all around. He's 0 for 6 and has just turned it over once again.
A little over-anxious, trying to get it done before he looked the ball in. Charles has done a pretty nice job off the bench for St. John's, too, getting the Connecticut defense to retreat a bit. Man-to-man right now by the Huskies.
Tough defense by Freeman on Minland. Lopez watched by Jones. 6:45 remaining in this first half. Connecticut leading St. John's 21-19. Shot clock down to 7. 2 on the shot clock. Lopez from long range. And it's kept alive by the Red Storm. Minland is fouled. And that is number 3 on Jake Voskuhl.
Lopez did the right thing there with 2 on the shot clock. He was able to release the ball, get it to hit the rim before the shot clock went off, enabling St. John's to hit the boards where they've been very tough.
Just barely hit the rim.
Caught a little bit of iron. I wasn't sure when he let that go.
You see the cast on Voskuhl's left wrist, left thumb. He sprained the thumb yesterday in practice, and he has committed 3 personal fouls. Charles Minland with 5 points so far. Fran Fraschilla called Minland the poster child for what the NCAA's idea of a student athlete should be, completing his major in pharmacy.
Done a great job. He's a tireless worker, obviously, on the court as well as the classroom.
Minland now with 7, sits down as Tyrone Grant checks in with the score tied at 21. Mike Benefield has also checked in for the Red Storm. Here's Jones. No look. Bounce pass to Klaber. Rejected by Benefield, but the foul is called. Benefield picks up his first.
Always want people keeping their heads up, trying to get some action going, as Jones does right there. And you've got to love that bounce pass. See a lot of lob passes. These quick athletes get their hands on them, fake up, bounce it down there. Some good things can happen going toward the goal.
First trip to the line for the Huskies. Antrick Klaber, sophomore out of Silver Spring, Maryland. Played in high school, but former Georgetown Hoya star Freddie Brown.
Remember Freddie very well.
Obviously, Freddie did not work with Kleber on his free throw shooting.
That was not one of the things that was stressed. Kleber, a kid, I think, that just needs more minutes. He's really shown some better flashes this year. Jim Calhoun trying to work him in there with Voskuhl, the freshman, in the pivot.
Here's Postel driving to the hoop. Rebounded by Manyfield. Tipped home by Postel.
Again, good activity and leaping ability by St. John's off the offensive boards. Connecticut not locked out down there.
The Red Storm on top once again, 23-21. And once again, the tight defense by Postel. Huskies keep it alive. Kleber, guarded by Manyfield. Up top to Moore. 10 on the shot clock.
Yep. Postel's really did a good job. The time Moore's got to look to penetrate.
3 on the shot clock. Richard Hamilton, after missing his first 6, finally able to hit.
Ricky Moore doing a nice job to penetrate that time. He's got to look to do more of that. Set other people up with that drive to the basket. Huskies stay man-to-man.
Tariq Turner. Rebounded by Freeman. That is rebound number 4 off the bench for Kevin Freeman.
Very active.
Ricky Moore was fouled. Villanova with the early lead on Oral Roberts.
St. John's foul number 11.
West Virginia at the half by 9 over Seton Hall. Pitt and Miami. Pitt by 2. And at halftime, it's North Carolina 50, Maryland 38. Foul was called on Colin Charles, his first, as Felipe Lopez has checked back in for St. John's.
I'd have to say, for the most part, this has been St. John's kind of pace in the first half. A couple of breaks, but a lot of half-court sets.
And they have kept the crowd out of the game. Deion Carson unable to hit. The crowd has been relatively quiet.
Yeah, the pace has been somewhat slow, except for the early part of the game. Connecticut not able to put the bunches together, which would get the crowd really involved in this game.
The students still on break, but their section is full.
I saw a few of them lined up when I was pulling in here today. They always have a line trying to get some of those late tickets before the game here at Campbell.
10 on the shot clock, and an offensive foul is called. Zedon Hamilton in the paint is called for the personal, his first.
He was really battling down there with Kleber for position.
St. John's foul number 31, Zedon Hamilton.
Needs more touches down there. Hamilton very crafty in the low post for St. John's.
All 4 of Hamilton's points tonight coming from the free throw line. Rochamel Jones, too hard off glass, rebounded by Hamilton. He took a shot to the face from Kleber.
No question about that one. Hamilton actually rebounded that basketball with one hand. I think the other one was tied up with Kleber. Yeah, check it out. His right arm was actually tangled up. He reeled that one in with his left hand, which is his shooting hand, but nevertheless, good coordination.
Hamilton back to the free throw line, 4 of 4. The Red Storm have hit all 7 of their free throw attempts. Coming in only a 66% free throw shooting team, and they are 8 for 8.
You want to win on the road, you've got to make your free throws, shoot the basketball with some accuracy, and as we said from the beginning, take good care of the basketball.
8 of 8 from the foul line. They have 2 3-point field goals, and that is what has put them in this game, leading by 1, despite turning the ball over 10 times.
Getting some loose balls now, too, in addition to the rebounding. Some good hustle by St. John's.
Lopez fires underneath to Hamilton, and he will have it right back to the free throw line.
Look for King to get back into the game down low for UConn.
Connecticut foul number 22, Richard Kleber.
Nice look in there by Lopez. Good quick pass. We talked about it, but Hamilton able to find a way to get himself to the line. He's really put some strength on, too, from his freshman year at St. John's. A lot stronger upper body.
Second personal foul on Antrick Kleber. Hamilton now 6 of 7 from the free throw line. A pair of substitutions for the Huskies. Richard Hamilton has checked back in. And our first look at Sam Funches, freshman out of the same high school as Charles Minlin, although they did not play together. St. Thomas More Prep here in Connecticut. Hamilton now 7 of 8 from the charity stripe, and the Red Storm have extended their lead to 3.
Bullwinkle, we passed by here an hour ago.
Where's here? I thought we were there.
Bullwinkle.
Oh, don't
Okay,
worry, Rob.
that's enough TV for today.
Yeah.
Let's go for a ride.
Well, we're out of here. Dad, where are we going? Better be good. Oh, honey. See that? See? That's cool.
Whether we gotta be there.
Stop, wait! Dad, can we take him home?
Ford Explorer, because the world's too big to be left unexplored.
We're there.
The New York Yankees are champions. All the remarkable stories of the Yankees' 1996 season are showcased in the video Pinstripe Destiny, sponsored by MSG. You'll see clutch pitching, game-saving defense, and incredible heroics. To order for $19.95 plus shipping, use your credit card and call 1-800-225-2377. That's 1-800-225-2377. Also available where videos are sold.
The Knicks battle the Celtics after MTS Cannon game night, Friday night on MSG.
Getting out front, Perry back at the Campbell Pavilion in Storrs, Connecticut. Sellout crowd, run over 10,000. They play only 5 games here all season. The Huskies have already defeated Boston College and then Virginia in overtime. This is the 3rd of 5 games on campus.
Fans get into it. They've got a love playing here. They're shooting the ball better than 40%, and the fans have got those gloves here tonight, the big #1 gloves. They get into it behind their team.
The Connecticut women's team, of course, #1 in the national rankings. The men have yet to eclipse the polls, the top 25 this season. Although if they continue their winning ways, they should do so in the near future.
Well, I think people with Ray Allen and Jerome Shepard, Travis Knight graduating, or should I say going to the pros, in Allen's case said, hey, it's going to be a rebuilding year, but the Huskies playing very well so far this year.
7 consecutive victories, now 3 on the shot clock, 4 with a prayer, and it's rebounded by Lopez. Under 3 minutes to go this first half. Good job by the St. John's Red Storm as they withstood the early 7-0 run by the Huskies, and Zendon Hamilton with his first field goal, extending St. John's lead to 5 points.
And when St. John's can score, get back defensively, they've been playing solid man-to-man defense. Connecticut is going to start getting more production half court.
Shot clock down to 11. Moore watched by Turner. Moore driving left. Throws it out to Freeman. Kevin Freeman. Unable to hit. Chased down by Funches. Roshamel Jones off the side of the rim, but a foul called underneath as Turner came together with Richard Hamilton. Postel over as well. And LeVar Postel called for the personal, his second.
St. John's is really playing some get-in-your-face type man-to-man defense. Not a lot of open, easy shots at all for UConn since the beginning of the game.
Checking back into the St. John's line, number 34, Charles Minlin.
Postel sits down with 2 personal fouls replaced by Charles Minlin. So Richard Hamilton to the free throw line, just 1 of 7 from the field.
Richard Hamilton.
Hamilton tonight suffering from the freshman Blues up and down. He was 5 for 7 from three-point range in the Huskies' last game. But today, 1 for 7 from the field. He was named Big East Co-Rookie of the Week with Seton Hall's Shaheen Holloway. Hamilton said, I never even knew they had the award.
It's a good way to win, too, when you go out there, you're playing free and easy, and a good example of your freshman season. Get out there. He's been a spark plug off the bench. He's been playing well, but in this game, looking for ways to contribute.
Pressure from the Huskies, and St. John's forced to call a 20-second timeout.
It's not a bad idea, although that's the second 20 that St. John's has used up in the first half. They'll have another one in the second half. Better than turning it over. The pressure came on from UConn after the made free throw, and this is UConn's trademark. Get pressure, and suddenly St. John's not in there. You can't kill your dribble there, though. You keep it alive. Not too many alternatives once you kill that dribble.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining in this first half. St. John's leading by the score of 28-25. Huskies with only 25 points. They average 70 points per game.
That's the tempo that St. John's wanting to control the pace. Not as deep as UConn. Try to slow it down on the road so you can get some rebounds and make some shots, which they've done.
Tariq Turner watched by Ricky Moore. This is Felipe Lopez to Zen Hamilton up with the left hand, and it will be UConn basketball.
St. John's been doing an excellent job as this half has wore on to get the ball down to Hamilton. Another thing with the tempo, Kenny, is the more you slow it down, the more you don't let Connecticut really get up and down. Look at that last 4 minutes on Connecticut, nothing from the field.
And now the crowd trying to spread the Huskies on.
Look for Connecticut here to try to pound it in if they can, and then try to set that press up. That's a shot right there for Moore. He was open.
Turner to the floor. Tied up. And St. John's, let's see, the officials signaled a timeout. For Schiller wanted a 20, but they've already used 2. You cannot take more than 2 20-second timeouts in one half.
They've got the timeout right there. That would be the third one. They took one early. Good hustle down on the floor right there for the tie-up.
Well, they did award St. John's the 20-second timeout as Turner went to the floor.
You've got 3 20s for the game and 2 full timeouts. You've got to use at least one in the first half. If you don't, you've only got 2 in the second half. I have not seen anyone go to all 3.5, so there will not be any more for the Red Storm. Huskies man-to-man.
1 minute remaining. Turner, arrow, and an offensive foul is called on Grant.
Good defense there by the Huskies. They've been in a lull offensively. King has had to sit for quite a while in this first half with 2 personals, and not having Kirk King's presence has hurt UConn offensively down low.
His second personal foul, 8th on the team.
Tyrone Grant sits down with 2 personal fouls. Mike Benefield replacing Grant. Under a minute remaining. Huskies trail by 3. They have not scored a field goal in close to 5 minutes. Klaber with Hamilton in his face. Andrew Klaber hits his 3rd field goal, and it's a 3-point field goal. He was just outside the line. Well, no, now they say 2-point field goal.
Either way, it was a big basket by Klaber when UConn needed one.
So the Huskies trail by 1. 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Turner to Hamilton. And Hamilton will head to the line once again. Fouled by Kevin Freeman.
Pretty nice penetration there by Turner. Work the clock. You want to try to do that with 7 or 8 seconds to go. There's still plenty of time for UConn to bring the ball down the court. Got it to the free throw area. You want your point guard, and found the big fella down there, Hamilton.
Hamilton 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Leading scorer and rebounder coming in, averaging 16 points, 8 rebounds per game.
Had a double-double 2 games ago against Providence, and a loss for St. John's with 16 points, 10 rebounds. finds a way. He's been in double figures every game this year. Very consistent player. Nice rebound.
And Midland was fouled, so Charles Midland will head to the line. That is number 3 on Kirk King.
He has sat for quite a while here to get back in the game offensively and commits a foul. Drives the coach crazy when you don't rebound on a free throw, and Jim Calhoun will have to get Kirk King back out of the game.
Midland now with 8 points.
For all the damage has been done in this first half for St. John's, Midland and Hamilton in the paint have been the key.
Hamilton's been able to draw the fouls. St. John's leading despite only 1 field goal apiece in the first half from Lopez and Hamilton.
Foul shots. Making them.
13 of 15 are the Red Storms from the free throw line. They've hit 8 field goals. 2 of those were from three-point land. Now the steal. The fadeaway by Lopez. Charles on the follow. Here's Hamilton. A 4th try, and time runs out, ending this first half. St. John's strong on the offensive boards, and they lead at halftime by the score of 31-27. Despite turning the ball over 7 times in the first 8 minutes, the Red Storm head to the locker room at halftime, leading by 4. We'll return to the Gamble Pavilion on the campus of the University of Connecticut right after these messages.
When I was a kid, I watched them build this bridge. I used to take the double R to school. I bagged groceries and ran elevators in New York City to pay for my tuition. No one in my family had ever gone to college before, so it was a pretty big deal when I graduated from St. John's. I've accomplished a lot since then. I wouldn't be where I am, I wouldn't be who I am without the things I learned at St. John's.
America's future is found within our children, and America is turning to the University of Connecticut to turn future dreams into reality. Acknowledged as one of our nation's premier research universities, the University of Connecticut is leading the way in developing answers for the challenges that face us in the 21st century and beyond. The University of Connecticut and America's youth, stepping up to the challenges that await us. The University of Connecticut. Last year, for the first time in history, winter storms stopped everything cold. Corporate America, the United States Post Office, even our government. Everything that is except Da Vinci's Pizzeria.
This is crazy.
Which had enough sense to drive the unstoppable legendary Jeep Grand Cherokee. And with package values like these, you should too. After all, history has a way of repeating itself.
Wow. Tip.
See your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Introducing the New York Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now and get the only card that gives you savings, service, and great Knick discounts. Get the savings of no annual fee, this low introductory rate for purchases when you pay your bill over time, and American Express service. Plus, discounts at the Garden at restaurants and on Knicks merchandise. A free gift just for using the card. You can even win prizes like a skybox seat to a Knicks game. So apply for your Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now, because there's just one thing to say about a credit card this great. American Express helps Knicks fans do more.
Welcome back to the Gamble Pavilion on the campus of the University of Connecticut. Big East basketball with the UConn Huskies taking on the St. John's Red Storm. And time now for our Big East Wire. Saturday night, Seton Hall freshman Shaheen Holloway hitting for 31 points, a Big East season high, including 9 three-point field goals, which ties the Big East record. Holloway named the co-rookie of the week along with Connecticut's Richard Hamilton. A pair of Big East first. The Boston College Eagles ranked 23rd in the latest polls for the first time, off to a 4-1 start in conference play. For the first time ever in the history of the Big East, the Syracuse Orangemen have lost their first 4 games. Women's action last night, number 1 Connecticut upending Syracuse 93-67, and 21st ranked Notre Dame just got by Boston College. Full schedule of Big East men's games ahead this weekend. 6 games on tap Saturday, and it will be St. John's hosting West Virginia on Sunday. There you have it, our Big East Wire here tonight in St. John's and Connecticut from the Gamble Pavilion. We'll return in just a moment.
To see what really happened in sports this year, the best, the worst, the highs and lows, check out ESPN Magazine's The Year in Sports. Remember all the great moments, Michael's Gold Rush, Gary's Courage, and the greatest of them all. Relive the Duncan Dynasty and raise a cup to Colorado. Replay Doc's Redemption. Then ring in the Year of the Tiger. And check out 10 to Watch in 97. 1996, it was a very good year. And it's all in ESPN Magazine's The Year in Sports on newsstands now.
Men, is gray hair sneaking up on you right under your nose, making you look too old?
Whoa, it is sneaking up on me. Up here, too.
You need Just for Men gel, made for the hard-to-color gray of mustaches and sideburns. Simply brush in this no-drip gel, and in 5 minutes, rinse. Gray's gone. Your mustache and sideburns blend perfectly with your natural hair color.
That gray won't sneak up on me again.
Just for Men gel, the sure thing for a natural look.
Hey fans, 1997 season tickets to champion New York Yankees are on sale now. Choose a full season or a combo plan and secure your seats for the best game in town. Catch all the action as the Yankees embark on an exciting new season with interleague play. This year the Bombers take on their crosstown rivals, the New York Mets. Also, see a rematch of the 1996 World Series as the Yankees go head-to-head with the Atlanta Braves. For more information, call the group and season sales office at 718-293-6013 and get your season tickets now.
Ask not what your country can do for you. See it for yourself. This is Ranger Country.
Welcome back to Big East basketball halftime from the Gamble Pavilion in tonight's matchup between the UConn Huskies and the St. John's Red Storm. In the late 80s and early 90s, playing basketball for an out-of-state program was the norm for star tri-state area prep point guards. When Rutgers University entered the Big East Basketball Conference in 1995, Coach Bob Wenzel knew he would need a point guard to withstand the intense defensive pressure given by the teams in the league. Wenzel decided to put the ball in the hands of freshman point guard Jeff Billett.
I had a lot of confidence in Jeff because of, when you start seeing a player in practice, you see, the inside of a guy. And he has competitive nature. So anything that he did was not a surprise to me.
Billett knew the transition from high school senior to starting point guard of the Big East would not be easy.
Definitely, the Big East is, one of the best conferences in the country, and each team has great point guards, great players. So it's a little more difficult when you're a point guard. You have added responsibility, but I welcome the challenge of last year, and hopefully I can go out and do the same things I did this year.
Jeff Billett is from Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft, New Jersey, the same school which produced former collegiate stars John Crotty and Mark Dowdell.
I like being close to home. My family comes every game, and the opportunity here is here at Rutgers to play right away and to play close to home, and I just couldn't ask for anything more.
Billett's free throw shooting as a freshman was most impressive.
It's one thing I always worked on because end-of-game situations, point guards have the ball, and they're the ones that always get fouled, so you have to make it free throws. So I'm a pretty good free throw shooter, and last year he just happened, put it all together.
Check out the numbers. Billett led the Big East in free throw percentage. He ranked 4th in the entire nation at 90%, and he is 3rd all-time on the Rutgers free throw percentage for one season. The returning floor general for the Scarlet Knights is improving his shooting this year, averaging nearly 3 three-point field goals per game.
I try to get everyone involved, try to control the game, don't turn the ball over, and, hit my shots when I get them. And I just, try to not make mistakes that cost us the game.
Jeff Billett is among the top players in the Big East in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio.
Sophomore guard has more weapons at his disposal this year, which will keep his assist total on the rise.
I go to the NCAA tournament, that's a goal, I think, of any basketball player, but college basketball player, and that's the ultimate goal, I think, here at Rutgers. That would be the culmination of the so-called rebuilding process and entering into the Big East. So I think that, is a great team goal and an individual goal.
Jeff Billett, one of the up-and-coming stars in the Big East Conference. When we return to the Gamble Pavilion, second half action between UConn and St. John's after these words.
So I get this email from my friend.
You're not there.
Whoa. And all about Citibank's PC banking. It's unbelievable. You get software, 24-hour service, even an 800 helpline. All free. Banking was never this easy.
Daddy, even I can do it.
Well, maybe next year.
Get Citibank's PC banking service for any PC or Mac. Call now, 1-800-321-CITI.
Other banks charge a fortune. You believe that? But Citibank PC banking is free and better. Hey, look, did you ever pay anyone this easily? Boom. Or move money from one account to another like this?
Outrageous.
Even get stock quotes or check my Citibank credit card anytime. So I'm in control. Of my finances anyway. And it's all safely done on Citibank's private network.
Citibank's PC banking is also available for small businesses and professionals.
So why go to the bank when the bank can come to you?
Get Citibank's PC banking. Call now, 1-800-321-CITI. The city never sleeps.
He didn't want to be tied to a desk. When he started his business, he was already looking 20 years ahead. When you're 25, who takes the long view? Or finds a broker who actually asks, where do you want to be? Your business becomes your life. I know that now. He knew it then. And I have a feeling he's still looking 20 years ahead. How's he doing it?
More research, insight, understanding. Payne Weber. Invest with more intelligence.
Are you all right, sir?
Isn't that heavenly?
I don't smell anything.
Precisely. Because Delta is the first U.S. airline to fly totally smoke-free worldwide. So it's clear skies anywhere you go.
Are you hyperventilating?
No, I'm English.
Kenny Albert, Ron Perry back at Stores, Connecticut. Ron, let's take a look at some first half highlights.
Connecticut playing some tough defense in first half, but also St. John's doing an excellent job really getting in there. Postel here really getting after it with a nice steal. And LeVar able to do probably the nicest finish that we had in the first half with that back to the basket kiss off the glass. Connecticut get into it as well, and he really tried to play some defense, but Lopez with a nice penetration here. But how about King stepping over? He was in foul trouble in the first half with 2. That third one he picked up late. Really a tough one for UConn.
And Felipe Lopez, whose shot was blocked on that play, only 1 for 6 in the first half, yet St. John's able to overcome the early turnover problems and a lead throughout the latter portion of that first half and go in with the 4-point edge at halftime.
Kept their poise early. UConn out to a very good start at home, play good man-to-man defense to keep themselves in this ballgame. Look for UConn to try to get that press going in the second half.
Well, the Huskies have won 25 consecutive games on their home court, yet they trail here by 4 at the half. We'll return to the Gamble Pavilion and check out first half statistics right after these words.
Champions Volume 1. Now, ESPN and Tommy Boy Music give you Jock Jams Volume 2. Jock Jams Volume 2. More of the hottest crowd-pumping jams of all time. Jock Jams Volume 2. In record stores everywhere.
This is how we do it.
A friend of mine told me, try America Online. I said, why? I've got a computer. He said, try it. You'll see. It's simple. Every time you sign on, welcome. It tells you if you've got mail. You've got mail. Want to send some email? Type the message, click here, and it's done. I like this. With one click, I can browse all kinds of great features on America Online. I've gotten help with my golf swing, planned my next vacation, and get stock price updates every 15 minutes. America Online has over 100 newspapers and magazines, everything from Business Week Online to Cycle World, and I can browse them all. With America Online, you can point and click your way across the internet. And their web browser makes it easy to explore the World Wide Web. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 50 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
Try the new America Online. Call 1-800-656-8822 for your free startup kit and 50 free hours. Call now.
Back in stores, Connecticut, St. John's leading UConn by the score of 31-27 at halftime. Kenny Albert with Ron Perry. Ron, let's check out the first half numbers.
Well, we had some good numbers in that first half from the standpoint of St. John's hanging right in this ball game. Shooting the basketball, neither team really getting it done. St. John's from the foul line was really the key. Also a slight edge rebounding, but a lot of those turnovers to St. John's occurred early where UConn capitalized, but really settled down as the half wore on.
And in this second half, as we check out the leading scorers, Zendon Hamilton with 8 of his 10 from the free throw line. Charles Minlin with 9 points. In this second, the Huskies will go with their starting 5. Ricky Moore leading the way in the backcourt with Rashamel Jones, Kurt King, Richard Hamilton, and Jake Voskuhl. Up front for St. John, Minlin, Postel, Zendon Hamilton, Tariq Turner, and Felipe Lopez. St. John's with possession, leading by 4. Here's Hamilton. He's stripped by Moore.
Nice help up by Moore that time.
So now turnover by the Red Storm. Now the Huskies throw it away.
That was a shot that time. He had gotten right in there. Ricky Moore. One pass too many.
Now St. John slows things down. Opening minute of this second half. They lead Connecticut by 4.
Stay on their feet until the Huskies score.
Back it out by Richard Hamilton. Tariq Turner will inbounds.
See if St. John's continue to have success inside to Minlin and Zendon Hamilton's zone right now. 2-3 by the Huskies.
Lopez down low for Minlin, double team, and he was fouled. And that will be number 4 on Jake Voskuhl.
Freshman's got to recognize he's got 3. Way too much lean that time, picking up his 4th. Klaber will come back in. Jim Calhoun going 2-3 to try to protect some of his big people, namely Kurt King, who also has 3.
So Voskuhl, who was very effective Saturday against West Virginia, scoring a season-high 8 points along with 5 rebounds. 4 personal fouls tonight, sending Charles Minlin to the free throw line. Minlin hit all 4 of his foul shots in the first half. And St. John's continues to get the job from the line. Now 14 of 16, close to 88%.
That's the story in this game. It's really been St. John's ability to get the ball inside to rebound offensively.
Minlin with 11. And the Red Storm have opened up their biggest lead, 33-27.
Pressure by the Red Storm right now. If they get a steal, it's a bonus, but their goal here to try to take the time off the clock, forcing UConn to work to bring it up for it.
King backing in on Minlin. Rebounded by Hamilton. Zendon Hamilton coming down with his 5th rebound of the evening.
Just one shot once again for UConn.
Charles Minlin on the fadeaway. King and Lopez. And it will be St. John's basketball out of bounds on King.
Good hustle by both players. King, Lopez on the weak side. Hamilton also battling, not afraid to hit the floor there. King and Lopez.
The 2-13s hit the floor.
There it is. 2-3 by Connecticut again. King's got 3. Jim Calhoun wants him on the floor for this second half. The zone can help minimize the foul.
Lopez from just inside the three-point arc. Felipe now 1 for 7 tonight. Kevin Freeman takes it all the way.
Nice fast break by UConn. Haven't had many. They get their press going after the made field goal.
Freeman's first bucket. Turner quickly into the front court. 2 minutes gone, second half. Hamilton leans in. Rebounded by Freeman. Freeman replaced Bosco, who picked up his 4th personal foul. Hamilton pulls out. Hamilton on the follow. He is now 1 of 9.
Whoa, tough break on that follow. Thought he had it. Caught in between.
LeVar Postel.
That's a big exchange for St. John's. The missed opportunity by Hamilton. The nice finish at the other end quickly by Postel.
St. John's lead once again is 6. 35-29. 2.5 minutes gone by. Second half. Kirk King over Midland, way off, rebounded by Hamilton.
This quicker pace, though, is more to UConn's liking. See if... Oh, nice job right there. Turner doesn't see the numbers and backs it out. It works the clock.
Lopez has been off tonight from the outside, so he pushes back out to Turner. Postel underneath to Zenton Hamilton.
That is a nice effort by St. John's. Take the break, they work their offense, and turn up an easy one. Jim Calhoun saying, hey, we got to talk this thing over.
8-point lead for St. John's is their biggest. 22nd timeout called by the Huskies.
Just getting it inside too easily. King doesn't really have his hand up. Denial. He's got 3 fouls. Good look inside to get it to Hamilton. Really done a nice job finding him in this game.
Ron, to clarify the 22nd timeout situation, as you take a look at the out-of-town scores, teams are allowed 3 20s per game. They can take 3 in the first half, as St. John's did here tonight, but if you do not take any in the first half, only 2 carry over into the second.
They just put that 20-second rule in this year to try to confuse everyone a little bit. First time I've seen all 3 taken in the first half, as St. John's did. I think they took that last one really. I think Brent Priscilla wanted it, but that was against the UConn pressure. Anyways, they don't have any in the second half.
St. John's leads by 8. Colin Charles has replaced Zenton Hamilton as the Red Storm go to their smaller lineup. 4 shooting in this second half by the Huskies.
But credit that St. John's man-to-man. Jones, Anthony jumper that time.
We talked about Connecticut's prowess at home. St. John's has struggled on the road over the last 4 years in the Big East, winning only 7 conference road games during that stretch. They have already won on the road this year at Miami. They won only 1 Big East road game last season.
I think that's a real key this year. Nice shot by Jones. That was a 3. I think in the Big East balance this year, it's going to be very important to win your home games.
And now the steal by Jones. Ricky Moore lays it home. Huskies cut the deficit to 3.
Nice job, and this is the situation St. John's wants to avoid.
And a 5-second violation called on St. John's. Their 8-point lead has been cut to 3, and they have turned the ball over. Timeout on the floor. 4.5 gone. Now the crowd's getting excited.
Pizza Hut Employee Memo number 3. Subject, pricing. Okay, we want to take a few minutes to take you through our pricing plan for our new pepperoni pizza. Everyone got their calculators? Good. Throw them out. Every medium pepperoni, $7.99. Every large pepperoni, $9.99. Okay, pop quiz. How much?
$7.99.
How much?
$9.99.
And what was that for?
Pepperoni. Pepperoni. Pepperoni.
I tell you, this is a good start to making it great.
Introducing the New York Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now and get the only card that gives you savings, service, and great Knick discounts. Get the savings of no annual fee, this low introductory rate for purchases when you pay your bill over time, and American Express service. Plus, discounts at the Garden at restaurants and on Knicks merchandise. A free gift just for you. You can even win prizes like a skybox seat to a Knicks game. So apply for your Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now, because there's just one thing to say about a credit card this great. American Express helps Knicks fans do more.
The Huskies have cut the Red Storm down to 3.
They've done it with some good shooting. Look at Rashamel Jones getting it done from three-point land. That's got him in double figures at 10, and then the quick steal by UConn. When they score, they get that press going. The backcourt, the effective Ricky Moore, also with 10, and then another St. John's turnover, and UConn is on a run.
St. John's has turned the ball over 14 times, including that 5-second violation moments ago, leading to 17 of Connecticut's 34 points. So half of UConn's points have come off turnovers.
That's the beauty of the press for UConn. It may not work for a while, but sooner or later it can give you the positive spurt.
Holding foul is... And it is Lopez who grabbed hold of Kirk King. His first personal.
Well, when they say basketball is a game of momentum, a game of swings, we're certainly seeing that tonight.
St. John's led by 4 at the half. Their lead is now 3, 37-34. We've played nearly 5 minutes in this second half from the Campo Pavilion on the campus of the University of Connecticut. Kirk King on the back of the rim, rebounded by Hamilton. Another strong rebound.
Call that one a traffic rebound. You white jerseys on them.
Well, the crowd certainly getting into it here in this second half. They were quiet over the first 20 minutes. Colin Charles, watched by Moore. Turner with 12 on the shot clock. Tried to get it to Hamilton. He was double teamed, and Freeman stepped in front.
Forced it.
Freeman was pushed by Hamilton. Second personal called on Hamilton.
Connecticut really hasn't been able to establish much in the post in this game. It's a good idea to try to get it down there a couple of times as we start this second half.
Tariq Turner sits down, replaced by LeVar Postel. Here's Deion Carson, watched by Postel. Ricky Moore playing with that cast on his left hand, which has certainly affected his play over the first month of the season. Moore finds an opening.
Luckily for him, it's not on the right hand. He is looking to shoot more, and he hit a couple early. His confidence is high.
6-0 run for the Huskies. They trailed by 8. It is now 2, and the steal by Moore. 8 consecutive UConn points.
Ricky Moore is really offensive-minded, but the key, once again for UConn, is the pressure. St. John's, we talked about poise. Got to keep it right now. Get the ball to the middle against the pressure, not the sideline. There it is.
Postel slows things down. St. John's trailing by a point, 38-37. They led by 8 just moments.
Cannot be tentative against the UConn pressure. St. John's has started to be. They've got to be aggressive.
Deion Carson aggressive there on the defensive end. Richard Hamilton and Mauricio Hardnett checked in for Connecticut. Charles Midland, along with Tariq, back in the game for the Red Storm. Lopez from 3.
Oh, rainbow that time. Well beyond the three-point line.
St. John's now 3 of 5 from three-point land tonight. They came in as the poorest shooting team in the Big East from downtown, 25%. But they have hit at a 60% clip tonight. Beautiful look underneath. Hamilton now 1 for 10.
for the freshman. Can't get it to go down.
Able to forget for Richard Hamilton, 1 for 10 from the field. The starting front court, King, Hamilton, and Bosco have combined for only 6 points.
And all the backcourt with Rosmel Jones and Ricky Moore getting it done. And at St. John's, in contrast, a lot of success in the paint.
Hamilton, quick turnaround jump. He was fouled. Kevin Freeman called for his second, sending Zendon Hamilton to the line for the 11th and 12th times tonight.
Kevin Freeman.
The key here is that St. John's is able to get it down low. There's the hack. And the thing about Hamilton is he can draw those fouls, and he always seems to have that ability to get the shot off with some of those quick moves.
12 points, 7 rebounds. Hamilton already with 4 double-doubles this season. The leading returning scorer in the Big East Conference, in and out on the first. Hamilton in the 11th from the free throw line. Fans certainly giving Hamilton the business. Hamilton now with 13 points, leading the way for St. John's. Midland has 11. Ricky Moore with the ball right now, the high point man for the Huskies with 14.
Connecticut should look to penetrate with this group. Jones is out. The perimeter shooting is not really out there.
King bottled up, fouled by Tara Grant.
The shots have not been open out of the half-court set for UConn. That was tough man-to-man defense. King, very important that he gets more involved in this Husky offense down low.
Third personal foul on Grant. So Kurt King averaging nearly 13 points per game with only 2 here tonight. Heads to the free throw line.
You can hear a pin drop. That's that contrast for the road team and then the home team. Let's be quiet while the home team shoots the free. King coming off a 19-point effort against West Virginia. Been a very consistent performer for the Huskies.
Quieter than a tennis match.
I think they heard me say that.
We must whisper next time the Huskies head to the line.
Here's that pressure. Lopez did a good job last time to go middle with it. Too aggressive.
This time is fouled by Hartnett.
The cue.
Fans certainly not quiet about that call. And a timeout with St. John's leading by 1. You're watching Big East basketball on Creative Sports.
This January 17th, SWAT wants to go in. Eddie Murphy is working Metro.
Can I have a dozen donuts, please?
Strategies in hostage situations.
I'm a negotiator. I have no gun, see? Give me my car, man.
You want a hard top or convertible?
Eddie Murphy.
This is it. This is a ride. Come on, now, who am I, Red Fox?
Metro. Rated R. Starts Friday, January 17th.
I picked up the cake.
Did I authorize that? Sort of.
At CHI, we've been helping employers take good care of their employees for almost 60 years. We give employees direct access to doctors and hospitals throughout New York State. And we give employers a reasonable price tag for it all.
What are you having, a boy or a girl?
A boy and a girl.
GHI, we put the care back in healthcare.
Hungry? Reese. We're everywhere. Reese Restaurant. The right place every time.
This one of only 5 games on campus for UConn, and they trail St. John's by 1. Tonight's Big East Conference game is a copyrighted telecast of Creative Sports Incorporated. Look at the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this broadcast without the express prior written consent of creative sports is prohibited. Under 12 minutes to go. St. John's leading by 1.
Huskies man-to-man right now.
Lopez over King.
Oh, nice bank shot. Lopez looking very good that time with the ball and the penetration.
So Felipe Lopez gives the Red Storm a 3-point lead. As King throws it up top to Hamilton. Moore guarded by Turner. Moore using the pick by King. Driving on Turner, now throws it back out. 8 on the shot clock as King nearly lost the handle. And St. John's has come up with the basketball as they call timeout. Or is it UConn?
It was UConn actually trying to avoid that tie-up, which was about to happen, calling that quick 20-second. Kings can't get the handle here. Nice help out there by St. John's. They're really alert to try to help out. And Claber, yeah, there it is, right? The quick 20. Trying to talk it over.
So Claber, we were screened by the officials. Claber did come up with the basketball, so UConn will retain possession, trailing by 3.
Seesaw battle in this one. Need the team really able to sustain the offensive firepower needed to pull away in this game. Both teams playing some pretty tough defense.
Off the inbounds, Roshamel Jones just off the bench. Unable to hit. St. John's quickly down court. Hamilton underneath. And now they throw it back out. Lopez got it by Roshamel Jones. And on the shot clock, Midland in the paint. That shot was altered by Hamilton.
Not a good look that time for St. John's.
Kirk King looked to find an opening. Lopez comes away with it. 10.5 to go. 3-point lead for the Red Storm.
King's having one of those nights where you get into foul trouble, you sit for a while, not really getting into the flow of this game offensively.
Midland underneath Minifield. Hamilton on the offensive boards is fouled once again.
It's all red jerseys, though, over and around the basket on this offensive try. Minifield can't quite get it to go down, but not boxing out in there, Connecticut. Look at Hamilton all over it. Midland ready to go, and again, the knack of drawing the fouls sent on Hamilton.
Well, Richard Hamilton fouled Zendon Hamilton. Zendon 9 of 12 from the free throw line. He's also done a terrific job on the boards. Hamilton hit his first 5, but he was only 4 of 8 since from the free throw line.
Shooting into the fans in the second half.
14 points to go along with 8 rebounds for Hamilton. It's St. John's by 4 midway through this second half. They led by 4 at halftime and have maintained the lead. Jones, pump fakes, then shoots an air ball.
Numbers this time for St. John's.
Turner's pass deflected by Moore. He was looking for Lopez.
Where coaches really like to see you stop your point guard at the foul line. And how about the bounce pass? A lot tougher pass to deflect.
Snell, back out to Turner. Lopez, top of the key, 3 in a row for Felipe Lopez.
He's found the touch, that long 3 went, and now he's getting some penetrating moves, and that jumper looks good.
Another steal by the Red Storm. Here comes Turner, scooping it over to Hamilton, and he is fouled again. That is number 4, King.
St. John's bench up right now, a lot of enthusiasm. Another good run here for St. John's, and a very, very big personal foul with King getting his 4th. Continues to be plagued by fouls in this game. St. John's with a good fast break opportunity that time, able to take advantage of the numbers.
King sits down with 4 points, only 1 for 8 from the field. So both King and Hamilton have struggled mightily here tonight. Richard Hamilton we're talking about. Zendon now 10 of 15 from the foul line. Brad Fischilla, the coach of the Red Storm, told us during the summer he read the book Husky Mania. And he seems to have taken some magic from his summer reading. He says the St. John's situation this year is similar to when Jim Calhoun took over here in Connecticut 11 years ago.
Reason for optimism. Jim Calhoun able to really build a winning program. Fran Fischilla trying to return that form back to St. John's.
Fischilla says we're using Connecticut as a measuring stick. And Moore is able to hit. Perhaps tipped home. Voskuhl, nope, they give it to Moore.
Voskuhl able to avoid the temptation. Like he was trying to get a hand on. He must have pulled it back just in time.
Well, Fischilla said the Red Storm using the Huskies as a measuring stick. He says UConn is where we want to be 4 or 5 years from now.
I think that's Voskuhl.
That is it. Number 5. Jake Voskuhl, who has battled all game long, did not score. Pulled down 2 rebounds and has fouled out.
One of those nights for the freshman where he didn't recognize early that he was getting into that kind of difficulty. He kept trying to play with the same intensity, but kept reaching and moving into the St. John's players with the reach, so he's out of the game. Kleber, I'm sure, will get some more minutes, and Freeman for Connecticut down the stretch in this game.
First game Voskuhl has fouled out of this season, although he has been in foul trouble on a couple of occasions. So do you think Husky Mania is on the bestseller list in Jamaica, Queens?
You might be helping it along right there, and Fran Fischilla might be.
We know at least one copy was purchased.
Exactly right.
And Fischilla and St. John's looking to work some magic of their own, leading by 4, but they have turned it over once again. And for St. John's tonight, 17 miscues.
Ted Valentine taking that basketball off the back of the shoulder. That would have been a backcourt anyway. St. John's had possession. That ball was flinging to the backcourt. Crowd's been out of it, trying to get back into it. Young lineup out there right now for UConn.
Moore and Jones in the backcourt. Hamilton, Kleber, and Freeman up front.
The small, quick lineup. Kleber's going to have to get some job done.
7 on the shot clock as the crowd helps count it down. Moore off balance. Battle for the rebound, and it's pulled down by Midland.
St. John's does a good job of team rebounding. They haven't really given UConn a lot of second and third chances in this game.
Midland stripped by Freeman.
With quick hands. Oh, the freshman wanted it to. Freeman was from the back.
Jones to the left hand.
Nice penetrating move, and again, look at UConn. The 2-2-1 press in effect. St. John's, to win this game, will have to handle the press.
46-44 lead for the Red Storm. Turner bottled up. Throws cross court to Lopez. And now Turner slows things down with 7 minutes to play.
Has that feel, doesn't it, Kenny, where no one really able to pull away in this one. Could be one of these Big East wire finishes again.
Offensive foul. Felipe Lopez called for the charge. His second personal. As Colin Charles will check in. Timeout called. 6:52 remaining. St. John's hanging on to their 2-point lead.
I understand the concept. Sports news, updates, highlights whenever you want them. But why? What is this need to spoon-feed everyone everything instantly? Instant coffee, instant lotto, instant drive-through feed me now burger chains, instant cameras, instant credit, instant pudding. Actually, I like instant pudding, especially tapioca.
Presenting the 40th winner of $1,000 a week for life, Clement Bedard of West Chazy, New York. And he won at Pete's Country Store, where past Win for Life winners gathered to celebrate this momentous occasion with him. They cheered him. They congratulated him.
Welcome to the club. Thank you. Women are going to fall all over.
And they advised him.
Do yoga.
Hey, Clement, you keep living, we'll keep paying.
See you at the 50th.
Are you all right, sir?
Isn't that heavenly?
I don't smell anything.
Precisely. Because Delta is the first U.S. airline to fly totally smoke-free worldwide. So it's clear skies anywhere you go.
Are you hyperventilating?
No, I'm English.
Kenny Albert, Ron Perry back at the Gamble Pavilion. Stores, Connecticut. Coming up towards the end of the ball game, we will be selecting the Ford Player of the Game, but still lots of time left. Your guess is as good as mine right now.
Yeah, that's right. I think a couple of candidates at this point, certainly Zendon Hamilton from St. John's. You see Connecticut continuing to score a lot of points off turnovers with 23, and one of the guys getting it, Ricky Moore, certainly a candidate for UConn. A lot of time left, though.
With 16 points, Hamilton leading the Red Storm with 14, including 10 from the free throw line. Kurt King rebounded by Midland. King now for 9 from the field.
Just unable to get into the rhythm of this game, but on and off that bench with foul difficulties. They need him down low.
The Huskies starting front court, 2 of 19, 8 points in the game.
And on the other hand, St. John's, a lot of damage down low. Hamilton from the line. Possession's crucial down the stretch, though. You've got to convert.
Postel was off balance as he took that shot. Starting front court of St. John's outscoring the starting front court of UConn 32-8.
Big difference. The backcourt for UConn's been carrying it. Jones and Moore.
This is Moore, looked to gain a step on Charles, who committed the foul, his second. Only the 4th team foul committed by St. John's. New 35-second shot clock for the Huskies, trailing by 2. Johns has led since the latter stages of the first half. The last time we were tied was 21 all.
Free throws will be very important down the stretch as well, nearing the 5-minute mark.
Here's Klaber. Andrew Klaber will head to the free throw line.
Take your pick on that one. Got sandwiched.
The officials take their pick and settle on Charles Midland.
Number 34, Charles Midland.
Midland's second personal.
UConn has really not, in the games they've lost, shot the ball well from the foul line. They just haven't been getting to the line in this game, but will need to make free throws down the stretch.
Remember, Klaber missed 2 earlier, and on the season run, he is now 4 of 16.
He plays spot minutes. What happens is he'll go into a game and get 2 or 3 free throws, and when you go 1 for 3 enough from the foul line, those percentages really down. He just needs some minutes.
And now Klaber will sit down, replaced by Kevin Freeman. The Huskies have pulled within 1, 46-45. They have won 25 consecutive home games, 52 of their last 53. At both Gamble and the Hartford Civic Center combined. This year, 8-0 at home. In danger with 5 minutes remaining. They trail by a point.
UConn hasn't lost a lot of games, period, the past few years. But they've been particularly tough here at home. They always seem to find a way, and the man-to-man defensive set right now.
5 on the shot clock. Lopez is called for steps. Good defensive pressure from Ricky Moore.
I thought he had freed himself up just before he leaned back in and walked, ready for that jump shot. One too many move, perhaps.
Well, the Huskies have forced an average of 19 turnovers per game. That is number 20.
You've got to really do well in other areas like rebounding and your defensive set to win with that many turnovers.
Moore watched by Turner. 4.5 to play. St. John's leading by 1.
King really having to come out to get the basketball.
King now 1 for 10.
You want to get King the ball down low. He's getting it 15 feet from the basket. By the time he makes his move, he's still 8 feet away. And then you don't have much rebounding for UConn inside. However, it's still just a one-point game.
Lopez watched down by Rochamel Jones. 4 minutes to Hamilton. He is rejected by King.
Sent out of there.
Second block of the evening. Tariq Turner's shot was partially blocked by Moore. So 2 blocked shots that possession by the Huskies. Jones from 3. Pops into the hands of LeVar Postel.
Have a feeling that one would have brought the house down here at Gamble.
St. John's looking to run off time. 3.5 to go. They lead by 1. Lopez from 3. Finland. Here's Lopez again.
Nice follow by Lopez. Boy, has St. John's pounded the backboards in this one.
They are out-rebounding Connecticut, Ron, 41-25.
Many of them starting to be offensive goal opportunities.
Has Lopez lost a contact lens? Timeout called on the floor. It looks as if Felipe Lopez has lost a contact lens. He had good vision on that last bucket. St. John's up by 3.
This is Pizza Hut Employee Memo number 4. Consider this a pep talk. In fact, consider this a pepperoni talk. Same, because this is the pepperoni all of America's talking about. And why not? It's meatier, crispier. We never had a pepperoni like this before. No one has. We've, well, reached the thing. So while the mention of pepperoni isn't normally the kind of thing that's going to stop traffic, this one is guaranteed to start it. Better keep that door oiled, making it great. Again.
We need your help. I need your help. We need money for research. It may not save my life. It may save my children's lives. It may save someone you love.
To help keep Jimmy V's dream alive, please call 1-800-4-JIMMY-V. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Sunday, a Chase service representative was available to help Dr. Troy Hamlin transfer the money to cover his student loan payment. 24-hour phone banking, one of 7 ways to connect with us. And another way, you're worth more at our bank. Chase, because the right relationship is everything.
3:05 remaining here in Stores. St. John's hanging on to their 3-point advantage.
Oh, that was a great rejection by King that time to help UConn stay very close in this game. Ricky Moore getting his hand on the next one, so Connecticut hanging very tough, trying to close the deficit right now with the basketball.
3 minutes to go. The last team to win here at Gamble. Last team to beat the Huskies, Villanova, back in February of '95. It's been nearly 2 years, and now the Huskies turn it over. 2:45 remaining.
Huge turnover right there. Under 3. Every possession important now to get at least a good shot at your basket.
Minlin. And it's rebounded by Lopez, and Felipe Lopez will go to the free throw line.
Thought Minlin's shot went up quickly, but the story right now turning out to be the backboard. St. John's getting the second and third chances.
Jones, his first personal called on Jones. The rebounding margin for St. John's now plus 17, and that is why they have the lead, because they have committed 20 turnovers. They're shooting only 36%. They're holding Connecticut to 35% field goal shooting. 14-25 on the boards.
Lopez has really come alive, too, for St. John's in this second half. Just a couple points in the first half. Shot the ball well.
He has scored 11 of his 13 in the second half. St. John's leads by 5. 2.5 to go.
Now, Connecticut needs someone that's going to take charge for them right now. Jones from the perimeter. Moore's got to run the show.
Freeman. Evan Freeman is fouled. So the clock stops with 2:18 remaining.
It's a nice effort by the freshman in crunch time, taking the ball, taking it to the basket, doing a little bit what Zendon Hamilton's done, getting himself to the free throw line.
Third personal foul called on Hamilton. When you look at this St. John's club, they opened the season with a tough loss to Long Island University at home. Then they went through a stretch where they played 3 consecutive ranked opponents, Villanova, Michigan, and Minnesota. They lost all 3. In fact, they were clobbered by Minnesota 77-39, but since then they have won 4 of 5. They beat Georgia Tech at Madison Square Garden. They beat Pittsburgh, the team who lost to Connecticut, lost to earlier this season. And should the Red Storm hold on, this would be their most impressive victory by far of the season.
Well, they're certainly hanging tough, and the consistency that they've had is it's played hard with intensity throughout the season. A lot of pressure now by Connecticut.
St. John's forced to call timeout with 2:09 remaining and a 50-47 lead for the Red Storm. We'll return to Gamble Pavilion right after these messages. Tonight's Big East telecast has been brought to you by Pizza Hut, making it great again and again.
It's another action-packed season in the NBA, so get a jump with ESPN Magazine Pro Basketball 96. Give it a spin and see what's up with the new look Knicks, the NBA's Kitty Core. Then, can anyone stop the running of the Bulls? Check out the Free Agent Frenzy, 12 guys to watch, and Morning in Miami. Meet the super agent and the next great superstar. You'll get nothing but net in ESPN Pro Basketball 96 on newsstands now.
Last year, for the first time in history, winter storms stopped everything cold. Corporate America, the United States Post Office, even our government. Everything that is except Da Vinci's Pizzeria.
This is crazy.
Which had enough sense to drive the unstoppable legendary Jeep Grand Cherokee. And with package values like these, you should too. After all, history has a way of repeating itself.
Wow.
See your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Welcome back to the Gamble Pavilion. Kenny Albert with Ron Perry. St. John's leading UConn 50-47 with 2:09 remaining. Ron, UConn with 2 timeouts remaining. The Red Storm have just 1.
You always like to have a timeout, too, down the stretch. Connecticut may have to use both of those, down by 3. St. John's with the 1 left. Both teams are in the bonus situation. Next couple of reach-in fouls will produce the 1-on-1, which is not automatic. A lot better when you've got 2, when you know you're secure to get that second free throw. King, with 4 fouls, has got to stay on the floor for Connecticut throughout the rest of this game.
Tough pressure by Jones on the inbounds. A little too much pressure as he commits the foul. So Tariq Turner will head to the free throw line. Second personal called on Jones.
Well, we talked about the rebounding, but foul shots really have been another huge factor for St. John's in this game. If they can make those foul shots last couple of minutes.
Not Hamilton, 10 of 16 from the foul line. The rest of the St. John's team, 9 for 9. Make it 10 for 10 as Tariq Turner hits the first. Just over 60% on the season is Turner. Four-point lead for St. John's as we approach 2 minutes remaining. throws it back out to Moore.
Midland really working this sort of side front. Kirk King. Moore's got to look to penetrate.
Using the King pick. Now Turner gets back. Moore throws it out. Here's Hamilton from 3. Hamilton, 1 of 11. King strong to the boards, able to hit.
King wouldn't be denied on that one. And Jim Calhoun wanted a timeout right there. He's got 2 left.
90 seconds to go. St. John's leading by a pair, 51-49.
3 point guard is so important to run the show. Turner important here for St. John's to get the ball to people in the right place to score. Penetrate. Nice pass.
Hamilton, it's good, and he was fouled.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Turner settles it down. He makes that entry pass, Kenny, from about 25 feet from out in front. Terrific pass. And it looks like King, if that's on him, may have fouled out of this game. Nice bounce pass. And that is on King. That'll do it. A huge play. 3-point opportunity for Hamilton, and the foul out. Kirk King.
He made his last bucket, but finishes 2 of 11, only 6 points, 7 under his average. The crowd not happy with Zendon Hamilton after he hit that shot. He bowed towards the St. John's bench, towards his teammates. And now St. John's using the 30 seconds allotted to the Huskies to replace.
There's the foul.
King, who fouled out.
Now just make the play, get back out there and shoot free throws. Don't need those particular moves. However, Hamilton has really been the man down low for St. John's, and a terrific play that time by Turner to make the clutch pass down low.
Patrick Klaber has replaced King, who fouled out. Both King and Voskuhl fouling out tonight for the Huskies. Hamilton looks to give the Red Storm a 5-point lead. His 17th trip to the foul line tonight. A lane violation is called, and it is on St. John's. Hamilton missed the shot anyhow. 1:12 to go. 4-point lead.
No mental mistakes down the stretch. I don't think that shot was off anyways. Connecticut needs to score and then look for the timeout. Trying to run the weave against the St. John's man.
Richard Hamilton. His shooting woes continue, and it will be St. John's basketball with 57 seconds remaining.
Connecticut's got to do it with their pressure right now, and St. John's has got to handle the ball well. Hamilton unable to step up and make a few shots here.
Hamilton 1 for 12, and the foul is called on Rashamel Jones.
Not sure about that one. It looked like Jones deflected it out of bounds. Couldn't tell if he actually fouled on that play, but that's the call.
LeVar Postel will head to the line.
I think that's the 10th foul on UConn. So be 2 shots for Postel. St. John's bench continues to be up on their feet.
Postel now with 8 points. Should the Red Storm hold on, this would be a momentous victory early in the first season under Fran Fraschilla, who has talked about a rebuilding program. St. John's building for the future. He calls it their corporate culture. They're learning how to get on and off the bus, how to eat meals, how to run off the court at halftime.
Back to basics.
So Postel hits 1 of 2. St. John's by 5. Down to 50 seconds.
UConn needs a quick one, and then the timeout. How about Jones from the perimeter?
Freeman nearly lost the handle. Now takes it to the hoop. A bit too strong. And it is Zendon Hamilton with rebound number 11. And then he is fouled by Klaber.
Connecticut has just been unable to find a way to get some of these big possessions to turn into points for them. And St. John's and Hamilton continue to do a good job on the backboards to limit Connecticut to just 1 try.
Zendon Hamilton back to the free throw line. And now the Huskies call timeout with 36 seconds remaining. A 54-49 lead for the St. John's Red Storm.
He didn't want to be tied to a desk. When he started his business, he was already looking 20 years ahead. When you're 25, who takes the long view? Or finds a broker who actually asks, where do you want to be? Your business becomes your life. I know that now. He knew it then. And I have a feeling he's still looking 20 years ahead. How's he doing it?
More research, insight, understanding. Gene Weber, invest with more intelligence.
It's back, and it's better than ever. Suzuki is offering 6 years of protection free on any new outboard motor purchased between January 1st and March 31st. Get Suzuki's standard 3-year limited warranty, plus Suzuki's optional 3-year extended protection plan. Absolutely free. That's 6 years of protection, a value worth up to $850, and right now, it's free. Don't miss this great offer on a new Suzuki outboard. See your participating Suzuki dealer today and say, "Gimme 6."
Well, St. John's coach Fran Fraschilla said coming up here to Gamble Pavilion is like Daniel going into the lion's den. Well, Daniel just 36 seconds away from coming out victorious.
St. John's has been very tough to give up the lead, up by 4 points at the half. Connecticut with a good surge. St. John's has been able to regroup, and really, we talk about sticking to fundamentals. The fourth player of the game, Zendon Hamilton, has done that. Workman-like points, 16, double-double with 11 boards, and a lot of good jobs from the foul line.
He has led the charge on the boards. They are out-rebounding UConn 44-28. Another key miss. Hamilton has now missed his last 4 free throw attempts.
And when you get to the line like this late, this is the opportunity to put games away. Connecticut at home, down 5 right now. It'll be a 2-possession game if he gets it. It's a 2-possession game if Connecticut can hit threes, and Connecticut still has a timeout left.
St. John's by 6. Half-minute remaining. Roshamel Jones. It's now a 3-point game.
Here's 1-3. It's a 1-possession game.
Connecticut calls another timeout. Things are getting interesting. 28.4 seconds remaining. It is now St. John's by just 3.
Thank you. I just had this most extraordinary phone call from Delta Airlines. It seems they have this intrepid team of meteorologists who spotted a weather problem ahead on my next flight. So they moved things around and then actually rang me up with a reroute. Now, instead of sitting and circling, I'll continue whining and dining and still stick to my schedule. Very civilized, wouldn't you say? Cheers.
I picked up the cake.
Did I authorize that?
GHI, we've been helping employers take good care of their employees for almost 60 years. We give employees direct access to doctors and hospitals throughout New York State. And we give employers a reasonable price tag for it all.
What are you having, a boy or a girl?
Boy and a girl.
GHI, we put the care back in healthcare.
28.4 seconds remaining from Gamble Pavilion. St. John's 55, UConn 52, following Roshamel Jones' third 3-point field goal of the evening.
That was a big one. We said 2-possession game, 6 points. Suddenly it's 3, 28 seconds. Look for a lot of heavy Connecticut pressure right here. Trying to get a steal. St. John's needs to get it in bounds and then get it to the middle.
St. John's with 1 timeout remaining. The Huskies do not have any. Turner having trouble and calls that final timeout.
Wow. Always feel like that's just occurred half a second before the 5-second call about to be made.
So neither team with a timeout remaining. We will return for the final half minute after this.
Introducing the New York Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now and get the only card that gives you savings, service, and great Knick discounts. Get the savings of no annual fee, this low introductory rate for purchases when you pay your bill over time, and American Express service. Plus, discounts at the Garden at restaurants and on Knicks merchandise. A free gift just for using the card. You can even win prizes like a skybox seat to a Knicks game. So apply for your Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now, because there's just one thing to say about a credit card this great. American Express helps Knicks fans do more.
Back at Gamble Pavilion in Stores, Connecticut, St. John's leading by 3, 28.4 seconds to play. The Red Storms 6-0 this season when holding opponents under 70 points. Connecticut with just 52. We're set to go. Turner gets it inbounds this time to Lopez. So Felipe Lopez, who hit both of his previous free throw attempts, will head to the line.
Now, Fran Fraschilla had talked to Tariq Turner, checked with the official, made sure that Turner could, in fact, run the baseline, which he did that time. And that really helped him to get that ball inbounds, which is the whole key against that kind of pressure. Nice adjustment. And you've got to make your free throws.
Crowd certainly trying to get on Lopez's pace, and he misses the first.
Connecticut doing everything they had to do out of their timeout, reaching quickly, stopping the clock within 1 second. Well, this is obviously key. A miss here and a 3 by Connecticut would tie this game up.
A 4-point lead for St. John.
Lopez has come up big in the second half.
Ricky Moore to the hoop. Rebounded by Deion Carson. He couldn't hit. Freeman does with 17 seconds to play.
Pressure again. Look for the steal if you're Connecticut. You need the entry pass.
Inland chases down, and then is fouled by Moore.
Dangerous pass. Thought Menlin was going to grab it, and then it took a while to grab the ball. And the quick reach-in foul. Who's it on? Moore. Oh.
Fran Fraschilla will see that entry pass in his sleep tonight.
Seemed to dangle out there for a while. Connecticut in a heavy denial, full court pressure.
Inland 6 of 6 from the foul line. Charles Menlin, who played high school ball here in Connecticut, St. Thomas More High School in Oakdale.
Boy, the free throws have been the difference in this game for St. John's. Big, big advantage.
They have outscored UConn 24-7 from the foul line. It's a 3-point game. 13 seconds to go.
Where's Jones? They need him right now. Jones would be the guy.
Postel guarding Jones.
Taking too long.
Ricky Moore from 3.
What a shot!
Oh! We are tied at 57. Here's Lopez. He is pulled for traveling.
No timeouts left for UConn. Wild finish here at Gamble. Shot by Moore.
2 late 3-point field goals. The Huskies have tied the score. 2.8 seconds to go.
There's enough time here to get a shot off. Catch it, bounce it, and let it go.
Ricky Moore. Oh, we're headed for overtime.
Wow, caught the rim left. What a finish by UConn. What an act. Hanging tough, no timeouts, making the threes. St. John's giving just enough opening with a couple of free throw misses.
The Huskies never led during the second half. And some poor free throw shooting down the stretch by St. John's, along with this 3-point field goal, has led to overtime.
I mean, that was pretty well defended bomb by Ricky Moore, able to get it to go. Jones had hit a tough one. Turner with the hand up there. That's just a long-range rainbow. Ricky Moore, noted more for the point guard play, has gotten it down the bench, erupting. Connecticut looked like they were down and out in this game. If I'm tough, St. John's with some free throw chances to put the game away, missing some free throws, enabling Connecticut to tie this thing up. It's a 5-minute game now.
The Huskies certainly giving the fans here at Gamble Pavilion their money's worth. The last game here at Stores went to overtime against Virginia. The Huskies won that one 64-61. The closest they came in the second half to tying the score prior to the final seconds were 41-40 and 46-45. They never led in the second half.
Well, when you have a young team on the road, another thing that you find out is you need to find a way to win. And if you let a team like Connecticut at home, even though it's a young team with the crowd behind it, stay in, they found a way to tie this game. And first possession and first score in overtime, very important.
For St. John's, their first overtime game this season. Remember, 2 Husky starters have fouled out. King and Bosco. Rochamel Jones playing with 4 personal fouls.
Well, it's been an offensive coming out party for Ricky Moore in this game for UConn with, he got 19, just fabulous.
Felipe Lopez gets the Red Stormers on the right foot in overtime. Lopez with 16, he had only 2 at the half.
Done a great job putting the ball in the basket for St. John's since intermission.
For the Huskies, 4, and Jones in the backcourt. Flavor with Freeman and Hamilton. Very young lineup on the floor for Connecticut. Rochamel Jones off the front of the rim, rebounded by Midland. For St. John's, Tariq Turner, along with Felipe Lopez, Charles Midland, LeVar Postel, and Zendon Hamilton.
St. John's continues to play this game from in front with that quick hoop, though. Nice look.
Oh, Hamilton emphatically giving St. John's the 4-point lead.
Lopez with a good entry pass. Somehow Connecticut not exchanging down low.
Basket still shaking on the other end, and the officials stop play.
Rim didn't come back up.
Not only is the basket shaking, it's about 9 feet, 8 inches right now.
That's the collapsible rim that may just have gotten stuck as opposed to broken and not sprung back up into place.
Has the backboard come down as well, or is it only the rim?
There you go. I'm glad I wasn't called out for that task.
Does it look 10 feet?
I believe we're there now. Looks like it might even be 10-1 or 2 the way that's up there.
Could you have touched rim?
Only if you were there to give me 10 fingers and boost me up there, Kenny. Connecticut needs one here. 4 points is a big spread in an overtime set. Every possession crucial.
The last lead for the Huskies was 21-19 back in the first half. Moore driving on Turner. Flavor right there. The putback.
Nice job by Moore. Penetrated. Got the defense to come to him.
2-point lead for St. John's.
Ooh, dangerous pass.
3:15 remaining in overtime.
Boy, both teams have really worked in this game.
The Huskies were just seconds away from seeing their 25-game home court win come to an end. They have forced overtime with 2 late 3-point field goals. Hamilton. And it will be Huskies basketball. Hard work on both sides underneath the boards all evening long.
Been a battle. Neither team will go away in this game. That's why we're locked up. Connecticut needs this one again. St. John's man-to-man throughout.
Many folks headed for the exits when St. John's took the 6-point lead. Foul called underneath. It is on the Huskies as Hamilton missed the 3-point attempt. Kevin Freeman called on his third. But St. John's led by 6 with about a minute to go. A number of the Husky faithful headed for the parking lot. That could be good for the rest of us who are on hand with the 1-lane road heading out of stores. Although those who have remained are certainly making their presence felt.
Seemed like a good group that departed, yet at the same time still feels like a full house. Perhaps it's the extra vocal cords being extended.
Midland now 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Charles Midland with 14 points, and the Red Storm back up top by 4 midway through overtime.
2-possession game with the ball for UConn. 3 presents itself, take it, otherwise you need the 2.
Richard Hamilton. Hamilton having a thing to forget He is now 1 of 14 from the field. And the foul is called on Kleber, and that is his 4th personal foul. So 2 big men have already fouled out, King and Bosco. And now Kleber commits his 4th.
There are nights where you have to cut your losses when that shot's just not going well and you're shooting it saying, do you think it might go in? Sometimes you've got to just get yourself to pass, play the defense. Is that shot just finding a way to miss on certain evenings?
Connecticut substitution, Deion Carson replaces Richard Hamilton.
Richard Hamilton sits down. Deion Carson checks back in as LeVar Postel heads back to the line. 8 points tonight, just under his season average. Postel only 2 of 4 from the line tonight.
Where we were at the end of regulation, where we talked about putting a game away. As a 4-point game right now, free throws can just pull you out. Didn't get him to go.
St. John's by 5. Huskies now with 4 sophomores and 1 freshman on the court.
Talked about the youth movement. We're seeing it. Rashmel Jones open right there for the 3, right to Moore's left.
Here's Moore from 3. And the rebound pops into the hands of Turner. He was fouled by Moore. Or was it Kleber? They both converged on Turner. If it's Kleber, he would become the 3rd Husky to foul out tonight. Yes, it was Andrew Kleber.
Everyone in the middle for UConn will be sitting. Kleber, Bosco, and King. St. John's has really pounded it inside and banged the backboard. That's where a lot of the fouls have occurred.
So Andrew Kleber fouls out. He tied his career high with 9 points and is replaced by Richard Hamilton. So Turner with 3 points tonight, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Check out the free throw numbers, Ron. Wow. Connecticut 7 of 10 in the game. St. John's 28 for 40.
Well, here's the difference. Big time.
The Huskies have hit 6 more field goals than St. John's, but the Red Storm lead by 6.
3-point time, 2 possessions again, 1:50 to go. There's Jones.
And Midland strong to the boards.
Good look too for Connecticut, but you can't continue to put yourself in a position to have to make threes. But Lopez's first basket of the overtime, very important momentum setter for St. John's in the OT session.
It really set the tone.
Right out, knocked it down, you're ahead, as opposed to trying to play catch-up ball.
10 on the shot clock. Minute 15 remaining in overtime. Lopez driving on Carson, pulls up, and Midland knocked it out. St. John's by 6 as we approach 1 minute remaining in overtime. Postel prodding Jones. Throws it back out to Moore.
That was a 3 for Moore.
Here's Jones from 3 over Lopez. Rebound number 13 for Zendon Hamilton. And he is fouled by Moore.
Some good looks for UConn, forcing themselves, though, to have to make 3-point shots. And right now, this is where St. John's can put the game away from the line. Where, if they are able to hold on and win this game, we better wait till that buzzer goes off. The difference has been at the line and off the backboards.
The Red Storm had their problems from the free throw line down the stretch, leading to the 3-point shots, 3-point field goals by the Huskies, with forced overtime. Hamilton 11 of 20 from the free throw line. He is just 3 of his last 11. Started the game 8 for 9.
It's a major night at the line, though. Double-double.
20 points for Hamilton. St. John's by 7. in the final minute of regulation. Down to 35 seconds. Here's Jones wide open. He was on the line. It was a two-point attempt. Hard net, could not get the roll. And Lopez able to force it away from two Huskies. Now works it back out and is fouled by Hardnett.
Well, that should do it for UConn. Valiant effort at the end of regulation. And I thought with those threes and the crowd and the momentum was UConn's. Right away, St. John's comes out, gets the lead. And a lot of credit on the road. And let's face it, you talked about the numbers. Very, very tough place to win. 25 in a row here for this young St. John's team to come in, by the way, against a very young UConn team and prevail in overtime.
Connecticut's last loss at home, February of '95 to Villanova. They have won 25 in a row on their two home courts combined. Hardnett scores 52 of their last 53. They have also won 7 consecutive games against St. John's. The Red Storm lead by 8, now 5 as Hardnett hits his first bucket of the evening. And now a quick foul on the inbounds, sending Midland to the line. Hamilton commits his third.
It's going to continue to be this kind of a season in the Big East this year. There's a lot of good young teams. Villanova goes down recently to Providence. You've seen West Virginia win two tough ball games up at the Carrier Dome, and then Georgetown comes in and beats them by a bucket at West Virginia. Miami then goes to Georgetown and wins. So crazy year so far developing in the Big East. We have Midland has also been very, very solid inside this game.
Midland 10 of 12 from the foul line to go along with 10 rebounds. So two Red Storm players with double-doubles tonight, both Hamilton and Midland. St. John's by 7, 10 seconds to go. Here's Hardnett. Takes it all the way down to 5.2 seconds, and now the Huskies call timeout. They trail 69-64. And we will return to the Gamble Pavilion in stores in just a moment.
He didn't want to be tied to a desk. When he started his business, he was already looking 20 years ahead. When you're 25, who takes the long view? Or finds a broker who actually asks, where do you want to be? Your business becomes your life. I know that now. He knew it then. And I have a feeling he's still looking 20 years ahead. How's he doing it?
More research, insight, understanding. Payne Weber. Invest with more intelligence.
It's back, and it's better than ever. Suzuki is offering 6 years of protection free on any new outboard motor purchased between January 1st and March 31st. Get Suzuki's standard 3-year limited warranty, plus Suzuki's optional 3-year extended protection plan. Absolutely free. That's 6 years of protection, a value worth up to $850, and right now, it's free. Don't miss this great offer on a new Suzuki outboard. See your participating Suzuki dealer today and say, "Gimme 6."
The Red Storm hoping to raise their record to 7-5. Should they hold on, Connecticut's win streak would end at 7. They would suffer only their second home loss in the last 54 games.
That's quite a streak.
And the foul is called on the inbounds on Moore. St. John's, Ron, has attempted more free throws tonight than field goals. They've gone to the line 47 times, which is still 12 short of the all-time record for the Red Storm. They've attempted 47 free throws, 44 field goals.
It's a pretty amazing number of attempts in a game that is scored this low.
They've also out-rebounded the Huskies by 15, 49-34.
And the turnovers, many of them occurred early in this game. When you're ahead like this, though, you will mount a lot of free throws late in the game as the other team's trying to come back, which has happened. But St. John's clearly also had a strategy to pound the ball inside, and it was effective. All 3 centers for UConn fouled out of this game.
St. John's by 7 in a major upset early in the Big East season. They will put an end to the Huskies' 25-game home court win streak as Moore hits the three, and the Red Storm hang on in overtime. They have defeated the UConn Huskies by the score of 71-67. Connecticut's first home loss of the season, only their second home court loss in the last 54 games. For Ron Perry, Kenny Albert saying so long from the Campbell Pavilion, where the Red Storm hold on in overtime.